Oh! What's up, guys? Anybody else in here have some motion?
Offer a little parable for our age, and I'm going to use sports for a minute here, so indulge me. I promise I'm going somewhere with it. So this week on Sunday Night Football, Detroit Lions quarterback Jared Goff, generally a very good quarterback, was having a terrible game against the Houston Texans. Goff threw 4 interceptions by halftime, meaning he threw the ball, the other team caught it, taking possession. That's bad. It's a turnover. You don't want to do it. At halftime, someone posted a surprising statistic to social media, and it started going viral. Here it is. This is now Jared Goff's 7th career game with at least 4 interceptions. His record in those games, 6-0. Now, for those of you who don't follow football, that is an extremely shocking, improbable, indeed it turns out.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention.
Now, for those of you who don't follow football, interceptions. Here it is. This is now Jared Goff's 7th career game with at least 4 interceptions. His record in those games, 6-0. Now, for those of you who don't follow football, that is an extremely shocking, improbable, indeed it turns out ridiculous claim. 4 interceptions a game is exceedingly rare. Winning 6 games where you did it? Okay. But it just kept circulating. The original poster even shared.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I might be football retarded. If you got 4 interceptions in a game, I feel like that team is probably always going to win. No, isn't that quite a few interceptions in a single game? I imagine the other team's getting fucked if that's the case. No. Oh, he threw 4 interceptions. Oh, okay. My bad. Okay.
Or winning 6 games where you did it? Okay. But it just kept circulating. The original poster even shared what appeared to be a graphic from a...
Wait, how did my... Never mind, I remember where this came from.
Well-known sports statistic website to back it up. That looks like StatMuse. And that was apparently enough for folks to just parrot the claim on Challenge. It went everywhere. Even people who should know better, like ESPN host Pat McAfee and Aaron Rodgers, the conspiracy theorist quarterback for the New York Jets, who RFK Jr. apparently wanted at one point as his running mate.
I love Jared. I'm sure he'll bounce back. And the amazing stat, though, is this a true stat that he's done 4 more picks 7 times and he's won every single one of those games? Is
yes.
that real?
Yep, 7-0.
That's wild. I mean, that's why stats are for what Big Mike used to say, age?
Stats for losers.
They're for losers. Is this true? It's true. You can probably tell where I'm going with this. The statistic is not true. It was a total lie. Just take it from the guy who made it up in the first place. Quoting, "If you've ever wondered how easy it is to spread fake information, I made this stat up while laying in my bed at halftime of the game." And this random Twitter football guy actually makes a pretty great point there. Now, thankfully, this is a totally harmless prank example of disinformation. Doesn't matter. The only consequence was McAfee getting embarrassed and having to walk it back on air. But what happened in that exchange between Pat McAfee and do your own research, Aaron Rodgers, is kind of the entire story of our age, of our information environment right now. These are the guys, those kinds of guys that are doing the vetting of what's true and not in our current information environment. That's it. Those are the guardrails. They are doing their own research, if you will. And it's not just sports. This problem translates across our political culture. I mean, everything. Lies and misinformation and intentional slander about immigration and immigrants and the economy. They're spreading on this kind of terrain where the anti-vax quarterback just parrots an unvetted statistic he saw on Elon Musk's website to millions of people on ESPN. I saw this stat. Yeah, it's true. That's it. That's the whole problem in miniature. A miniature version of the enormous problem that we all face that has gotten us to this point that the rest of us gotta try to find some way to solve. And I will be the first to say we do our part here, but I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. But boy, oh boy, are we going to have to come up with something.
Wow. Boy, oh boy. Wait, I got sucked into this.
Here's the thing, though. Hasan wasn't laughing at them for being He was laughing at that because there is little to no evidence that it actually happened. The evidence is incredibly sketchy. All of it comes exclusively from a few, very few, individual witness testimonies, most of which are highly inconsistent with later recountings of the same tale. None of these testimonies corroborate each other. There has never been any forensic evidence presented that corroborates any of them. Many of the people who give these testimonies have intimate links to the Israeli state. For example, they are from organizations like Zakat, which works very intimately with the Israeli state. Other testimonies only surfaced far later as part of carefully timed propaganda blitzes by the Israeli state. To put it simply, there is no evidence whatsoever that these testimonies are not simply made up, and they have been utilized by the Israeli state because they simply have no other corroborating evidence.
Yeah, like I was cringing at Kamala's go-to answer that is like a pre-canned fucking NPC-ass statement over and over again.
Here's the thing though, Hasan wasn't laughing at them for being. He was laughing at that because there is little to no evidence that it actually happened. The evidence is incredibly sketchy. All of it comes exclusively from a few, very few, individual witness testimonies, most of which are highly inconsistent with later recountings of the same tale. None of these testimonies corroborate each other. There has never been any forensic evidence presented that corroborates any of them. Many of the people who give these testimonies have intimate links to the Israeli state. For example, they are from organizations like Zakat, which works very intimately with the Israeli state. Other testimonies only surfaced far later as part of carefully timed propaganda blitzes by the Israeli state. To put it simply,
fuck you. What do you want me to say? They're bad people. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Is Medhi coping, or does he have a point here?
By now, you've probably heard a lot of people say that Donald Trump won the 2024 election in a landslide victory.
President-elect Donald Trump was elected in a landslide.
This is a clean sweep.
Massive landslide victory.
President-elect Donald Trump's landslide re-election win.
Massive, massive landslide.
But what if I told you it wasn't actually a landslide? Because number one, Trump did secure 312 electoral college votes, comfortably landing himself back in the White House. But while he secured far more than the 270 needed to win, he got fewer electoral college votes than Barack Obama in 2008 and 2012, and Trump's margin of victory in the electoral college ranked 44th out of the 60 presidential elections that we've had in the history of this country. 44th. You want to know what an actual electoral college landslide looks like?
Reagan time.
Ronald Reagan, 1984, 525 electoral college votes. Number two, if Harris had picked up just over 120,000 extra votes, 120,000, that's it, across the three blue wall swing states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, she would have won the electoral.
Wait, 120,000? This shows her being down by 80,000 here, 130,000 here, and 30,000 here. Oh, I'm not thinking of the flip. I didn't think of the flip. The flip. I wasn't thinking of the flip. Is there a name for unintuitive math things like that? I feel like we read a thing a long time ago. It was like a comp sci thing where it's like, how many fence posts are there from like fence posts like 10 to 20? And the answer is 10, but it's not actually. You'd think it's 10, but the answer is actually 11, right? Like how many posts are there from 5 to 10? Oh, there's 5. No, there's 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a name. Is there like a name for these types of like? There are some. Something else popped up where you think of that, like where you actually need way less and you realize that it's closer because when you flip one, it's actually like 2 votes, kind of, man.
Pennsylvania, she would have won the electoral college and therefore the election. So not really.
Off by 1 error.
Really a landslide then, as even people like me wrongly assumed on election night. Hey, but what about the popular vote? Well, number 3, as of today, Trump has won around 50% of the vote, leaving Harris with 48%, with just over 1 million ballots still being counted in California.
Explain the flip. Sorry. Imagine you have, imagine 100 people voted for one guy and 90 people voted for the other guy. Well, how many votes would you needed to flip to win? I don't know, I guess 10 votes because I'm off by 10. But that's not true. If you would have flipped 10 votes, then it would just switch from 90 to 100, right? Let's say that you flip 5 votes. Well, if you only flipped 5 votes, well, now it's 95 to 95. If you flip 6, then you would win the election, right? Now, we're assuming that a flip here means that a person who previously voted for this person is now voting for this person. Not that they withdrew from the election or that you picked up a whole new voter, but...
You're alone. Trump's margin of victory is expected to dip from just over 2% to around 1.5%. How is a 1.5 percentage point margin of victory a massive landslide win? Hillary Clinton had a bigger margin than that in the popular vote in 2016, and she lost. Joe Biden got more votes in 2020 than Donald Trump got this year, despite a bigger electorate. In fact, a 1.5 percentage point margin of victory would put Trump at number 50 out of the 55 US presidential elections in which the popular vote winner...
The baseball plus the bat together costs $1.10, but the bat alone costs $1. How much does the ball cost? I want to say 10 cents, obviously. Am I retarded? If the bat costs $1 and a baseball and a bat costs $1.10, wait, is my brain being destroyed by this question? They said it wrong. Oh, it's supposed to be like, yeah, if something costs $1 more than the other thing together, they cost $1.10, then what does the thing cost? That's it, yeah. Dipshit. Fucking idiot. You're so stupid. You're absolutely, what an unbelievable idiot, Harry Mod N, that you would try to trick me and you would phrase the question wrong, and now it's you who looks like the fool. You thought you were going to make me look dumb, but now it's you who looks stupid. How does that feel? How does that feel, Harry Mod N? More like Harry Retard. Fucking owned.
Actually became president. 50 out of 55. You want to know what a popular vote landslide actually looks like? Fuck. Lyndon B. Johnson, 1964, a whopping 61% of the popular vote and a 22 percentage point margin of victory. See, that's what a landslide looks like, not this. Look, to be clear, Trump won fair and square and perhaps against the odds. But please...
You messed with the question. A bat and a ball together cost $1.10. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much is the ball? That's a harder one, I think. Or no, actually, wait, it might not even be hard. The bat, there's an easy way to write this out. A bat and a ball, the bat costs $1 more than the ball. So the bat is like x plus 1, and the ball is x, so it's just 2x plus 1 or something, right? And 110 divided by 2 is 55, so does that mean that is that right? I think it's something like that.
Please, let's not grade him on a curve again. He didn't win a landslide. He doesn't have a huge electoral mandate. And this is still, basically, a very divided 50-50 country.
This is true. People are saying this is a cope. The true cope is on the conservative side. When the conservatives are screaming, "Oh, it was a fucking landslide! Oh, it was a fucking land!" No, it wasn't. Not even close. Not even close to a landslide. It's just important to keep for perspective because some people like the night of, all the conservatives like 15 million vote popular, 15 million fucking disappear, 15 million. It's like, no, bro, we haven't even finished counting the votes yet. Like, yeah. Would you buy these shoes? Hell yeah, I'd rep. Hunter. I don't know why. Maybe it's something I'll get over if I ever explore more shoe stuff. Any shoe that has like ankle stuff is just ultra cringe to me. I just hate the way it looks. But also, I don't know, maybe I'll think more about it or something. Where are we at? 76.5 to 73.7 million. 93% of Florida. Most of these. It's crazy to me that it's not easy to see at a glance like how many outstanding votes are there to count. I feel like I should just be able to see that. Outstanding votes. Show me. Remember, they need their supporters to believe he was right all along, so when he comes to office and immediately starts breaking laws, he can go right back to the political persecution bit. True. I don't think conservatives were expecting to win all the swing states. That's what they mean by landslide. Maybe, but like I said this over and over and over and over and over again. I said over and over again, I was like, because people kept saying that the election needs to be a landslide so that the conservatives don't like fucking start a civil war. And I kept saying, yeah, but you have to be aware of what a landslide win means. Because coming away from the Electoral College like 350 to 170 or whatever, it's not necessarily a landslide if the vote is close in every state, right? That's why I stressed that so many times prior to the election, right? So the Jill Stein voters actually did cause the loss? No, I doubt it. Not technically a landslide, but a Republican winning the popular vote is crazy. It does kind of translate to a mandate by the people. No, it doesn't. Since when the fuck has anyone ever viewed a Democratic popular vote win as being a mandate by the people? What? No, fuck no. Get out of here. Get out of here. How not? You say it's within 30,000 in Pennsylvania and 80,000 in Michigan. That's Jill Stein territory. Because you're making the assumption that everybody that would have voted for her would have voted for... Like, let's look at... So we can look at Michigan, right? Vadim, bring up Michigan, okay? Kamala had 2.72 million. She was off by 80,000, right? Even if every single person that voted for Jill Stein and Robert Kennedy, even if every single vote for those two had flipped to Kamala, she wouldn't have won, right? In Pennsylvania, even if every single third-party voter would have flipped to Kamala, she would have still lost. Did I say she would have won for the last one? Are we entertaining the Trump bullet ballots and Starlink shit? I don't know anything about the Starlink stuff. I haven't looked into that. Based on what I saw on the... holy shit. Based on what I saw for the stuff related to the EMS system and everything before... I think they absolutely should do at least some county recounts in some of those swing states. You've got criminal convictions backing up some of the claims on that. I think that absolutely, I think there is, I would be super disappointed if, I don't even know what the path is to like push for a recount, but the campaign absolutely should be. Solve the riddle. A lily pad on a pond doubles in size every day. If it takes 48 days for the pad to cover the entire pond, how long would it take to cover half? I'm going to be honest, I don't remember any... I don't remember any math. I don't even know how to do basic functions anymore. So a lily pad on a pond doubles in size every single day. So X is the day. And what we're trying to find is how long would it take to cover half? So when the function is at 48, let's look at it. When the function hits a certain point, I want to know I want the value that's like half as high, that's half the, oh my God, no, hold on. It's not even wait. A lily pad is a pond that doubles in size every day. It takes 48 days for the pad to cover the entire pond. How long would it take for it to cover half? Hold on, we're thinking. I feel like I could cheat with a calculator, but there's a more elegant way to solve this, right? Because it would be 48, 2,304, and I would want to divide this by 2, and then take the square root of like 1152. Is that right? Am I fucked up on this hardcore? Would it be 34 days? But there's an easier way to do this. Wait. Oh wait. Hold on. Am I mind fucking myself? Hold on. I am mind fucking myself. It would just be 47 days. Wait. A lily pad on a pond doubles in size every day. If it takes 48 days for the pad to cover the entire pond, how long would it take to cover half? Why? Wait, but why doesn't this work? Hold on. I'm mind fucking myself. It doubles in size every day. So on day 1, it's 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. On day... Well, I can't do anything. Okay, let's say it doubles in size every 5 days. And it starts at 1. It would be 1, 2, 4, 8, 6. Oh, that's not exponential. Is it geometric growth? Oh, fuck me. Sorry. Okay. So it would be f of x equals, it's just 2x, right? Okay, so what did I say before? I was like 2 times 48. And then I want to know how long would it take to cover half of this. So I would have said, okay, well, we would divide by 2. And I would get 48 would be half. And then I would want to know, hold on, I'm trying to think of the way that I worked through it before. I should work the same way, right? I should theoretically come up with the right answer, right? Or no. It would be 2 times 48 this is how much space it covers by the end is 96. And then I want to know how long would it take to cover half of this? I don't think the way I was doing it before, I don't think that works. Half of this. Because half of this is 48. Why is this mind fucking me so hard? If it's full on day 48, it'd be double as less or half as less one day before 47. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of mathematically. I'm trying to think of why. It's 2 to the x, not 2 times x. On day 1, it's grown. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes. Not x squared, it's 2 to the x. You're right. Because on day 10, it's not 20. It's 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Okay. Jesus. Okay, so on 48, it's, okay. So 2, where's the exponential one? But one of these is for scientific, right? Fuck me. Jesus Christ. No, fuck. Stop. Delete everything. Okay. Theoretically, if I were to do 2 to the 48th, and I were to get this area, and then I were to divide this by 2, if I took the square root, it would be the square root of this number? Would the answer be 2, or is this number equal to 2 to the 47th? It's log base 2. I don't remember logs at all, I'm gonna be honest. Oh no, yeah, it is 2 to the 47th. Fuck, what was the relationship between logs and... I don't even remember what the fuck a log is. Log is default base 10. I think when you integrated or did derivatives for logs, you would just take the base to the number. Like the log of x, like the derivative or the integral of that is like 10 to the x or something. I don't even remember. I don't remember anything. But I don't think logs or anything have anything to do with this. There's no logs, it's just properties of exponents. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the way I think that you would solve this would be you're way overcomplicating it. If it doubles every day of the previous day, I mean, no, stop. The way that you would think about this is that if it does double in size every day, if you're trying to solve for this, you would have your mean here. It would be 2 to the x, right? And then you would go to, you'd be going to day 48. You would take 48, whatever value you get here, whatever value you get here, you would divide that by 2, and then you would do the square root of, with the 2 in the corner, which is just an ordinary square root of this number, and then that would be your answer. And the answer will be 47. And the answer will be 47. That's how you should conceptualize it. I understand it's a trick question because you can just like shortcut it and say it's 47, but conceptually I think that's, you have to use logs, you cannot use square roots. Why would you have to, why couldn't you why would you employ logs here? In this case you do log 2 not square root. Why would you, wait, why would you square root? Or wait, no, maybe it would be a log. Oh, because it's 2 to the x, it's not x squared. It would be a log. It would be a log. Square root might work just because it's log base 2. The square root would work because of the, yeah, I understand that. I don't remember log. I literally don't remember a single thing about logs. I don't remember the sine and cosine relationships and all that either, like any trig at all. Wait, so then why did this work when I tried this before? Because before, if we do 2 raised to the 48th, we get this number. If we divide it by 2, we get this number. This number here is the same as 2 to the 47th, right? But that doesn't matter, I don't think, for what I'm trying to write out. But, okay, hold on, wait. So if we had this number, 2 raised to the 48th, and then I were to, will this let me type in a base, or... But when you do log without a base written, it's assumed to be base 10, right? To get from that number, to get from 140 billion to 47, you would just do log base 2. Okay, I think so. I don't remember logarithms at all. I super don't. Now we're going to watch this 3-minute video.
Now, in this lesson, we're going to focus on converting logarithmic expressions into exponential equations. So consider this logarithmic expression. Log base 3 of 9 is equal to 2. How can you convert it from logarithmic form to exponential form?
I think I remember some of the shortcuts, but I just don't remember the theory. I'm trying to remember what do logs tell you? Log base 10 of x. What is that saying? Logarithm. Will he explain what a log...
Well, here is the generic equation. Let's say if we have log base a of b is equal to c.
Okay.
A raised to the c is equal to b. So this is the equivalent expression in exponential form.
It's the inverse function of exponentiation. Speaking of means logarithm of number x to the base b is the exponent which b must be raised to produce x, for example, equals 10 to the third. The logarithm base 10 of 1000 is 3, or log base 10 of 1000. Okay, so the equivalent exponential equation for this is we have the log of 9, number 9 here, is equal to 2, and we're in the log is base 3. So is this in order to make this work, it's 2 to wait. It would be the base 3 here. I'm just trying to conceptualize it. So it's the log of a number equals something, and then the base here would be raised to the exponent of the of this here, and that would be the equivalent of what the thing is here. So by the Wikipedia example, the log of 1000 in base 10 would equal 3 because 10 times 10 times 10 equals 1000. Okay, right? Yeah. Okay. I wonder if we did like calc, if I did math classes, if it would come back to me or if I would kill myself.
So likewise, 3 raised to the second power is equal to 9. So we can write it as 3 squared is equal to 9. Now it's your turn. Convert the following logarithmic expression into its exponential form.
So, fuck. Log of 64. The shortcuts are easy. I'm just trying to conceptualize it because it's 4 to the third equals 64. If you're memorizing how to do math things because of like arrows and stuff, you're mind fucking yourself because as soon as you move to the next concept, you're gonna fuck yourself. But don't worry about it. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's not even relevant to anything. But okay. I'll remember this. We'll remember this for next time. Okay. So f of x equals 2 to the x. So if we had 48 here, I don't even need to write that, right? Let's do to the x. If I wanted to exponentiate this, it would be the log of it would be a log in base 2 of wait, fuck. If I'm trying to do half of what this equals. You would have whatever value 2 to the 48 is, and then you would just do log fuck me. It would be this, right? Do I bracket this? I don't need to bracket this. This is the solution, right? Or no? It'd be log of 2 to the 47th equals log of 2 divided by the big number equals x. No, you need to switch x with the 2 to the 48. The log base 2 of the answer to the log is the exponent. You want the log of the area to get the day, because 2 to the x is the area and x is the day. Oh, true. What are we looking at? True. Oh, true. Okay, stop. Okay. Okay. It takes 48 days for the pad to cover the entire pond. How long would it take for it to cover half? Okay. So the function you're given for the increase is this, right? And what we want to know is this is the area that's being covered. And we want half of this on the end. The last day is 48. And then this is what we're solving for. Is this correct? So if I did log base 2 of the product of 2 to the 48th divided by 2. So this is our area on day 48. I'm solving for half of the area on day 48. And in order to do that, our logarithmic equivalence to this exponential expression here is the log base 2. And then the answer to this, and then the answer to this will be 47, right? This is, okay. Okay, Jesus. Okay, we did it. We got there at the end. My God. This problem just requires you to understand what exponentiation is, how exponent rules follow from that which are required here. The required exponential rule here is x raised, or x to the a divided by x to the b equals x to the a minus b. I understand what you're saying. X to the a divided by x to the b. Oh my God, I don't even know if I could do fucking like simplification of things anymore. So like this x to the 16th divided by x to the 10th, your rules mean that this is really just x to the 60 minus 10, right? right? I understand this equivalence. However, I don't know if the I'm trying to think. I don't know if the exponentiation rules come into play like properly, or if it just happens to work here because we are doubling every day and we're just trying to undouble at the end. Like, let's say that instead we were to ask, how long would it take to cover 1/3 of the pond, or something like that, right? I don't know if those same exponentiation
You can try this one as well.
shortcuts, I don't know if those would necessarily follow, right? But it might, I'm not sure. It would be a fractional number instead of a whole day. Yeah, sure. I just don't know if those shortcuts would follow. You get a fraction from your log function. Yeah, I just don't remember if I don't know why this half bracketed. I don't even know why this is so fucked. Okay, whatever. We got it. We're close enough. Okay. Correct. The shortcuts people are describing only work because the problem is asking for half. That's why the principle of... Yeah. You have to be careful for some math stuff when you get into 1 and 2. I only know this because I understood it all like conceptually, but I just sucked at studying and memorizing things. But as long as you understood the math, you could always kind of just like rederive whatever you needed for the test, as long as you understood the material from the last book. But if you were trying to figure out if your formula was working or not, you have to be really careful when you test on the numbers 1 and 2, because you can make formulas work with 1 and 2, even exponentially, that shouldn't work. And then you'll mindfuck yourself into writing a whole bunch of like really invalid answers because you think you have a formula that works, but it's only working on 2 or 1, and you need to be testing other numbers. Did you take calc in college? Fuck no, I got all my calc done in high school. I wanted a music degree, bro. I don't even know if I needed calc 1 for my music degree. Okay. You have 12 coins. One is a counterfeit. The counterfeit coin is either heavier or lighter than the others, but you don't know which. You have a scale. You can only use it 3 times. How can you find the counterfeit coin? I'd probably just come on all of them and then make your mom eat them. I was opposite. I can do all the math since I was following steps for the question, but I don't remember the concepts at all. I feel like if you try to memorize it by just formulas and stuff, I feel like you cap yourself out on how much math you can learn pretty quickly, or maybe not. Actually, I think some people might have. Fuck, is it an ADHD thing when it comes to? But this wouldn't be considered working memory, right? I just had a really bad time memorizing stuff. It was really, really, really hard for me to memorize stuff. If I knew the concept, then I could keep anything. But if I didn't understand something conceptually, like, bro, what did I don't remember if my chemistry grade was, I'm trying to think if I got it up to a C- by the end, or if I came out of chemistry with like a D. I could not memorize, I couldn't memorize all the ions. And that motherfucker stuck them on every single chemistry test because he told us to memorize all of them at the beginning of the year. Was it every ion or just a list he gave us? And then he would give us like, he'd write names. And I don't remember how, but you can tell from the name of a thing, like what the chemical, it's not even an equation. What the chemical, what you would write it out as. What am I thinking? What do you call like H2O or H2O negative or H2O? What do you call those? What, the chemical expression or whatever? He would do these every single fucking test, and I just never was able to memorize all of them. I'm like, kill me, bro. I got fucked so hard in that class. Oh my God. Who cares if you can yourself out if you never use that shit? What is this sentence? Destiny, who cares if you can yourself out if you're never use that shit again after the class ends? Giga Chad. Why do you think the Federalist writers had such good prose? Modern writers aren't nearly as skilled. The Federalist Papers were written for an audience, right? Like an ordinary audience of people to read, like normal people, not like scholars. What is this?
Is that a trick question? A lily pad is growing in a pond and it doubles in size every day. Oh, so it doubles. So after 48 days, it covers the entire pond. That means, so if it means on day 47, it would be half because it would have to double by day 47 to get the whole pond, right? So it's after 47 days, it covers half the pond, right? Yeah, okay.
I mean, there's a way to, yeah, but you should have like, you should have the generalized concepts in your mind. For figuring out just a question is fine, but you should have the generalized, I think the concepts in your head are good. Or not, or don't. Are you going to read the Declaration of Independence? Yeah, after the Federalist Papers, I want to do all the documents. The Declaration of Independence would be good. And the Constitution would be good, I think. Why is it that this guy, I don't understand. I don't believe his answers. I can't figure this guy out, which is why I like him, okay? I feel like he tweets so many reasonable things. And I feel like he points out so many good issues with conservatives. But he still voted for Trump. The polyatomic ions are the ones you have to memorize. How do you know? Did you go to prep? I don't remember which ones you had to memorize. I just remember it was fucking annoying. I never did it at the beginning and I never did it towards the end. All I know is that halfway through the year, I started doing better on them because I stole some dude's TI-85. What was the gray one? It might have been a TI-84, and then I just started writing them in the text area, and you could save it. But then I think towards the end of the year, the teachers figured out and they started making you wipe your... They would check your calculator shit. All AP Chem had to memorize polyatomic atoms. I took honors chem. I didn't take AP Chem. Fuck that shit. I hated chemistry. I was so bad at chemistry. Holy shit. Were there names for different charges? I don't remember any of this. Theoretically, given the name of any of these, I think you were supposed to be able to write them out with the correct charge. That doesn't sound right, is it? It is right? Yes, sulfate and sulfite, for example. If you have the name, you have everything. No one who actually practices chemistry memorizes this anymore. Who cares? Bitch. Bitch. How many ions does hydrogen have? I don't even remember. An ion is when you have a charge that deviates from from neutral. And you gain or lose, you either have positive or negative charge based on adding an electron or deleting an electron. Electrons generally match the protons, or always match the protons. Hydrogen is a single proton, right? Because it's atomic number 1. If you strip the electron, then you just have does the neutron go away, or do you just have a proton and a neutron? Does hydrogen have positive ions, or is it one ion? Would it just be H negative or H negative 1? Isn't there a name for this? Isn't this is just like oh god. Is it gamma radiation or is it alpha radiation or beta? Don't they have a name for if you just strip the electron? It's just like a shooting fucking proton or proton and neutron or some bullshit. What is it? Yes, it's a positive ion, but it can also be negative depending on the context. H plus is a proton. It's H plus. Oh, because if you take away the electron, all you're left with is a proton and a neutron. Does the proton stay? Or I'm sorry, does the neutron stay? Or deuterium and tritium? Oh, those are adding more, or no. Wait, why did I think deuterium was water? Hard water. Is that water with like a negative ion hydrogen? Hold on, I don't remember any of this. This is our last random science question today, sorry. Deuterium is one of the two stable isotopes of hydrogen. The other is protium or hydrogen 1H. The deuterium nucleus, one proton, one neutron. Okay, deuterium, hydrogen 2, symbol 2H or D. Water is H2. Oh, so it's 2H2O because it's using 2. Okay. I don't remember how you make isotopes. Why would like why I don't remember. Why does oxygen want to bond with hydrogen if hydrogen doesn't even have an electron to fuck it with? Like what would the point be? Like why would he even care? Why would he even want to? That's a molecule, not an ion polarity. The shells is more complicated than the model. Fuck you. Hydrogen has an electron? No, like a deuterium. Like, why would you have heavy water? Why would an oxygen and a deuterium shack up? It has electrons, but it's missing the neutrons. Can you be missing neutrons? I thought that was impossible. I thought you needed those. Because hydrogen has a positive megatron. Deuterium just has an extra neutron. Okay, I don't know. Don't know. Don't remember. Don't care. Cringe. Chemistry's for losers. That's why we only do engineering. Okay. Wait, what? Somebody said that it's really close right now. It doesn't look really close. It looks like we already lost the house. Who linked me this? Fuck you. Fuck you. Matt Gaetz resigned, so they don't have the majority yet, though? Oh. Trump keeps picking cabinet members from the House. Behaste. I think you enjoy going back to study something. I did. I flirted a lot with the idea recently of just going to college to get like some kind of 4-year degree. Just because if we wanted a full meme, going to law school would be super fun. Just to get... I think it would be cute. I don't know. I think it'd be fun. Imagine if we got certified. I could go sue people myself. That would be based. Based. And I could be done by the time I'm 40. And if by some grace of God, we studied hard, okay? We LSAT'd our practice tests and all that shit, okay? If I could go to Yale and graduate, hello, we could run for president. Because you have to be from Yale or Harvard, right, to do that? How sick would that be? And more importantly, if I could go... Is Yale the top 1 or 2? What is Yale the best law school? What is Yale Yale law school rankings? Is rank 1 or tied? Okay. Then I could shit on Pisco. for the rest of my life. And anytime he tries to bring it, I'll be like, excuse me. Excuse me, T-tenor, okay? Your authority is not recognized here, okay? A spite-driven schooling, hell yes. Oh my God. If I were to get my degree now, I could go to college with Nathan. How fucking traumatizing would that be? To have your dad mogging you in every single fucking class? Holy shit. Oh my God. Guys, listen, I appreciate you and I love you, but please stop sending me huge emails. I just don't have time to read them. I just delete them. I can't. I'll read like one paragraph and I'm sorry. Please, it's just too much. Some helpful terminology for discussing communication. I was watching a video recently where you were trying to explain to a chatter why specifying an additional characteristic changes the meaning of a sentence. Context here. And I realized that I've heard you try to explain similarities in the past. Talking is complicated and having concrete terminology to refer back to is helpful. So I wanted to share the Grecian maxims with you. The fuck is this? In other words, say what you need to say, when you need to say it, and how it should be said. These are Grice's 4 maxims of conversation: quantity, quality, relation, and manner. Our talk exchanges do not normally consist of a succession of disconnected remarks and would not be rational if they did. They are characteristically, to some degree at least, cooperative efforts, and each participant recognizes in them, to some extent, a common purpose or set of purposes, or at least a mutually accepted direction. This purpose or direction may be fixed from the start, for example, by an initial proposal of a question for discussion, or it may evolve during the exchange. It may be fairly definite, or may be so indefinite as to leave very considerable latitude to the participants, as in casual conversation, but at each stage some possible conversational moves would be excluded as conversationally unsuitable. We might then formulate a rough general principle which participants will be expected, ceteris paribus, to observe. Namely, make your conversational contribution, such as is required, at the stage at which it occurs by the accepted purpose or direction of the talk exchange in which you're engaged. One might label this the cooperative principle. On the assumption that some general principle as this is acceptable, one may perhaps distinguish 4 categories under one or another, of which will fall certain more specific maxims and sub-maxims. Huh. Okay. But who asked? Ooh. 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 Okay. That's called pragmatics. More like agmatics, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. I have a bit of a formal education in applied linguistics, so I'm happy to try answering any question you might have. Yikes. Imagine not having an engineering degree. Yikes. From now on, the only people I want to hear from are engineers, because that's the future, is everybody engineering everything. Okay. I talked to PF Young. Oh my god. Wait, how do we just waste so much time on random shit? Okay, I'm trying to structure my empire more. Especially over the past couple weeks, I realized how sprawling and clusterfuck everything is. So I'm trying to have a better, less clusterfucked version of this. There are social medias that I'm not using that I need to, I keep talking about using these in the past, but I need to start using these more. I've been kind of cleaning them up in the background to get them prepared.